All right, well, there's a new trend in Western Washington that's allowing people to achieve their goal of home ownership, but you may need to rally a few of your closest friends or family members if you want to participate. Here to explain what's going on and how helping the local homebuyers deal with soaring housing costs, the founder of RexMont Real Estate, Adriano Tori. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
This is important to talk about, especially with so many people wanting to buy homes, and it's just a tough topic.
It is definitely. It is definitely for sure. There's a lot of competition, intense competition coming back into the Seattle market as we kick off 2024. And even more so, there are alternative ways in which homeownership is starting happening in the community.
So tell me about those alternative ways. We're talking tenancy and common ownership. What does that mean?
So especially in the Seattle urban areas, North Seattle, West Seattle, we're starting to see a trend where now you're having family, friends, co-workers coming together to join property, to own property jointly. And so basically what this means is that, some of the benefits as far as tenancy in common ownership is that you're having people pull resources together. They spread the financial burden of the higher housing costs that we see in the area. And with that, there are certain responsibilities that come along with it, right? And responsibilities are going to aim towards the maintenance of the property, right?
Okay.
There are some cons that will come, in this type of ownership arrangement as well, which, like, if you have a close friend or a family member and for whatever reason they decide to sell their interest of ownership in the property, they may not have a say, the owner may not have a say of who that person might end up to be, right? And so, but we're seeing more and more that this is becoming an alternative solution to the lack of inventory that we're seeing in the community. As we are aware, the market is riling up. We heard yesterday that the interest rates are not going to be moving anywhere south, at least for the near future. To swallow. Exactly.
So where do you see this trend of kind of coming together with family and friends? What areas in Western Washington across the state are you seeing it really take effect?
We're mainly seeing this taking effect in the urban Seattle area, right? North Seattle, West Seattle, South King County, some areas of Pierce County as well, closer to the Tacoma metro area. We are seeing this more as an alternative way to be able to afford housing, and which is bringing family to family people, family and family members coming together, and also colleagues that now are people that are required to come to the office 2 or 3 times a week. They are seeing themselves being in a more creative way of tapping into home ownership alternative.
And I've bought and sold a few homes in the area. I love to do flips and remodels, and we've had some partners over time, but I'm gonna admit it is tough. It's tough to take on a partner who's maybe a friend or a loose friend, maybe better with family members sometimes, but some of those cons, talk about that. What have you seen with people getting, I know you mentioned a little bit, maybe someone has 49%, maybe someone has 51%. How do you get around that? Because it seems like to circumnavigate that, you gotta really be on the same page and have a great contract.
You definitely need to have that's one of the intricacies of being part of this model, which you need to know the person who you're getting yourself into in this type of co-ownership. Some of the cons that we'll see as well is that some of the expenses that will be incurred out of the maintenance of a property, will need to be laid out. And if, one of the co-owners don't have that financial literacy, might be some of the handicaps that ultimately at some point in the future might end up costing more money than saving, early on.
All right. Well, founder of RexMont Real Estate, Adriano Tori, I would like to partner with you on some properties.
I'm down for that.
We thank you so much for your time and look forward to talking to you again.
I appreciate you having me out.
Yep.
Take care.